net is my world. It is who I am. It is what I am. I was once a regular fanboy. I know the evil that Hollywood does. Do not bring your evil here. I warn you. Beware the wrath of the Blockbuster Buster. In a world of uncertainty, where movie theaters are plagued by remakes and sequels, in a world where big budget movies can still suck, in this world we have the Blockbuster Buster. Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm ERod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. In the history of comics, there have been many plant-themed characters, but none as prominent or as popular as Len Wein and Barry Wrightson's Swamp Thing. Dr. Alec Holland was a scientist working in a bayou trying to create a formula to restore plant life in barren wastelands. When the evil Dr. Anton Arcane tried to steal the formula, Dr. Holland was accidentally covered with the experimental concoction, which made him catch fire. Desperate to put out the flames, Dr. Holland jumped into the swamp, and thus he was reborn as Swamp Thing, a superheroic plant elemental who was later expanded upon by legendary comic book writer Alan Moore's stellar run on the series. Initially, Marvel Comics had issues with the character as they felt that they were ripping off Man-Thing, but no legal action was ever taken. Personally, I think the reason being that Man-Thing was already ripping off the Heap, and on top of that, while those two characters were mindless monsters, Swamp Thing is a hero. In fact, he is the only environmentally conscious superhero who's not annoying about it.
The power is yours!
Ugh, could someone please? Thank you. In 1982, legendary horror director Wes Craven immortalized Swamp Thing on the big screen, in what most consider to be the definitive Swamp Thing movie, starring Dick Durock, who holds the distinction of playing Swamp Thing in all of his live-action appearances, including the TV series, in which he endured 50 days straight of shooting in that uncomfortable costume with no breaks, and that, Mr. Durock, earns you 10 points on the bad attitude meter. Now, if you haven't seen the original Swamp Thing movie, here's a lover. Sup, pendejos? I'm a lover. You wanna know about Swamp Thing? I'll tell you about Swamp Thing. So there's like this científico who's making a formula to grow plants and shit. So the government sends sexy mamacita Adriana Bardu to protect him. Mira, Adriana, if you want a little Latino heat, you can call. Slow down, mamacita, not so rough. So Anton Arcane wants the formula too, and el científico is all like, if you want this formula, you're gonna have to kill me, bitch. Okay. I was just kidding, pendejo. So el científico turns into Swamp Thing, and if you pollute, he will throw you, and punch you, and crash your car. Cause nobody fucks with Swamp Thing, cabrón. So Dr. Arcane wants Swamp Thing powers too. So he takes the Swamp Thing formula, but doesn't turn into Swamp Thing. He turns into a cross between Chewbacca and Bebop from the Ninja Turtles. And he's all like, Swamp Thing, I'm gonna kick your ass. And Swamp Thing is all like, fuck you, bitch. Cause nobody fucks with Swamp Thing, cabrón. Right on. Now, while Wes Craven's Swamp Thing might not be a masterpiece, it's still a decent monster flick which garnered a cult following. However, in 1989, with the looming release of Tim Burton's Batman, studios were pressured to release another bombastic superhero movie, and our favorite plant elemental was due for a sequel. But instead of doing a fateful follow-up, they decided to make Swamp Thing more accessible. And by that I mean they took this poetic, emotionally driven, modern-day Greek tragedy, and they threw in some boobs and explosions. Well, that goes together like ice cream and bacon! So our movie begins with a group of city folk hunting in the swamp at night, when they suddenly realize that they're being stalked by one of Dr. Arcane's mutant creations, the Leech Man. Leech Man picks them off one by one, until only Nerdy Mac Poindexter is left.
Oh no. Please let me find out. Please let me find him.
He can't see without his glasses? Pfft, what a dork.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nerdlinger. I didn't mean to upset you. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you? Oh, I know. Guess what, Nerdlinger? Right now, we're on thatguywiththeglasses.com.
Really?
And guess who's on that guy with the glasses? Obscurus Lupa!
Oh boy!
Good lord. Did that fool just faint again? Yes. Yes, he did. So it looks like it's curtains for McNerdy Pants when suddenly... is back, motherfucker! Haha, yeah, give him the business. Give him one of these, and one of those, and don't forget this one. Give him Yeah, that was awesome. I mean, Swamp Thing didn't use any of his plant powers, but the fight was decent, and the makeup and the costume looked great. Man, I haven't seen this movie since my teens. I can't even remember why I hated it so much.
Morning, guys. Sorry I'm late, but I just came from that new transcendental therapy place over in Malibu. I can't believe it. They didn't even validate. Thirsty babies? Anyway, this weird guy in some reject Star Trek costume tells me that none of my relationships will ever work till I express my feelings about my stepfather.
Shut up.
What's going on here? A conspiracy? That's the fourth shrink who's
Shut up! Of course. Seriously? They replaced ultra badass, ultra talented Adrienne Barbeau with this annoying babbling bimbo? I feel better now. So Blabbermouth is the daughter of Dr. Arcane, and she has to go visit him for no good reason. Who cares? She's in for some big fucking disappointment, because Dr. Arcane died at the end of... Oh, what the fuck? Is anybody going to explain how they brought him back to life, or how they changed him back from Piggy Baka? Anybody? Anybody? Ah, fuck it. While here we meet the rest of the villains. Dr. Good and Sexy, General Idiot, and Points. Oh, and I'm not making up a name for her. Her name really is Points. But it's not because of what you think. You see, like Diva Tux, she's got really big aspirations to be the head of security.
You're supposed to be the head of security around here, right?
Right.
By tomorrow, I'll have your job.
See? I told ya. They're huge. And so Brainless arrives as the ultimate plot convenience, as Dr. Arcane needs her very specific DNA to cure himself of, they don't say. Oh, come on. First they don't explain why his daughter's visiting him, then they don't explain why he's still alive, and now they're not explaining what's ailing him? Why did such a condecorated performer like Louis Jordan agree to be in such a poorly written piece of crap? He's a great performer who appeared in dignified movies with dignified titles like Gigi and Octopussy. Wait, what? So we cut to a couple of kids who are looking at nudie mags while their parents are out of the house.
Whoa, I can't believe it! Look at these babes!
Oh, God. I can't believe I have to do this again. Hello, this is professional kid actor Noah Ryder. I cannot talk on the hello phone right now, so leave a message. Hello, this is ERod. If this is the little kid from The Last Airbender, I'm calling to let you know that, believe it or not, you are no longer the worst kid actor in the movies that I've reviewed. But you still suck big grizzly balls in The Last Airbender.
My God! She's a Scorpio! Hey, great, I'm a Nary! Thank you, long way!
Oh God, I hope a man-eating monster attacks him. Yeah! Eat the fat one, he'll be more filling. Yay, it's Swamp Thing. Swampy, would you mind waiting until Leechman eats... You know what? Never mind. Go ahead. Kick his ass. Go Swamp Thing. Well, that was pretty awesome. Once again, Swamp Thing didn't use his plant powers, but... Ah, great!
You're real pretty. All makeup.
She's from California. I like her. I hate her. You ready? I'm like lunch meat. I'm always ready. Let's get her.
Wait. She gets all dolled up to go out walking in the swamp at night. And now she's surprised that two stereotypical hillbillies want to take advantage of her? And the Dumbass Bitch Award goes to... And yes, Swamp Thing shows up to save her. Hooray.
You're a plant, aren't you?
No, duh.
So I'm happy to announce that Dumbass is in no way shocked or perplexed. After all, it's not like she just met a giant mutant plant man! So Swamp Thing goes on to tell Ditsy Darcy his origin story.
Your stepfather found me, and I killed him. Or so I thought.
Swampy, would you happen to know how they brought him back to life? Oh, never mind. I guess running away from mercenaries in the best lit swamp in the bayou is more important.